Good morning, good morning. Today is Wednesday, and you're knitting with me, Tracy, from Knitwerks. Welcome, welcome. So, I am still working on the dark water sweater, which I will be working on for a while now. I'm still working on the body. It's going to take some time. It's a lot of stitches and a small set of needles. I believe these are size 3 small needles. So today I wanted to talk about different methods of knitting and also a message I received. So today we'll talk about when you start knitting, when somebody teaches you. Most often you will learn English style or what is also known as rowing. And that is because when you're knitting in that style, you have the yarn in your right hand and you put your needle underneath and you throw the yarn around the needle. And I have another video to show this. But here it is, underneath. Throw the yarn over the needle and pull it up and out. So this is a bit more time consuming. I haven't done it in a long time, so if I look awkward, that is why. I have been using combined style for the color work, which is essentially you have one color in one hand, one color in the other, and you're both knitting Continental, which is the next style I'll show you, and English style, which is also known as throat. Let's do it. A little bit more. I hold my needles like they're pencils. Now, the second method is known as Continental or flicking, where you hold the yarn in your left hand. So I have it wrapped around my pinky. Actually, let me see. I usually hold it like this. Needle still goes underneath. Needle is in the same position, but it's pulling from underneath. And you can knit a lot faster this way. So I learned, I think I was in high school and a teacher tried to teach me to knit because me and my friends were too rowdy. We were, this was with the Talented and Gifted program, so we were smart and rowdy and getting ourselves into trouble. So she taught me, and I made a scarf, and I dropped it. I do not remember picking it back up. I remember crocheting slippers for all my friends. I remember making scarves, and then when I was going to college, I picked it back up again, and I taught myself how to knit and purl again, and I made everybody scarves. And I continued to make everybody scarves. And I did it the English method or the throwing way because that's the easiest way to learn. When my husband and I moved from New York to South Carolina, I was looking for a job and I had time on my hands. So I taught myself how to knit Continental, and I sat there and I practiced and I practiced because it feels very awkward when you've been doing something for a long time and you switch your method. It's like trying to teach yourself how to write with your left hand, um, or use a fork with your left hand, or probably the opposite if you're a lefty, how to knit the way righties knit, which is a problem with my daughter. So I did it and continued. And one of the things about me now is that I'm a fast knitter, and I wouldn't have been able to do that without learning Continental or Flick It. Now I see videos on TikTok and YouTube um, where people can knit English style or throwing very quickly. But it's more movement for the hands. One thing I have noticed is that when I knit a lot, knit prodigiously, I can wind up hurting my hands or my arms. There was one year that I was doing so many crafts, which includes prepping fiber, so that is taking wool from the sheep, and I was combing it. So I have a set of combs and pulling the fiber through it while knitting 3 sweaters. Well, I have knit more sweaters. And I wound up hurting myself right around here. I think it's tennis elbow. 6 months I couldn't knit. I don't want to get to that point again. So I'm taking breaks. I'm introducing cross stitch, and you have to stretch the hand. I also have a pair of gloves that I bought, compression gloves to knit with. I haven't used them. Well, that's my own fault. So the second thing that I wanted to talk about today was that I have received a couple of messages, but I received one yesterday asking me, specifically yesterday, to crochet Christmas gifts. Now, I understand most people do not understand the difference between knit and crochet, but I don't crochet. I can crochet. I have crocheted. I am not good at it. It is not one of my main hobbies. I basically, the kids want a toy, I'll crochet amigurumi for them. I made some Pokemon stuffed animals, but I knit. The videos that I'm posting online are knitting. And if not, they'll be cross stitched. So this person, who is male, obviously not paying attention, but okay, I can forgive him that. Most people don't understand. It's a common joke among, I'll say, fiber artists, that they get us confused. The second thing is, so today is a week until Christmas. Obviously, I'd have to ship it. I highly doubt that person lives within an hour of me. You want me to crochet Christmas gifts a week before Christmas and get them to you, which I'm assuming he didn't say that. Get them to you by Christmas. No, that's not happening. It's unrealistic. I am not Amazon. And if you go out there and try and order something from Amazon, you'll notice they're not going to get it to you by Christmas. And they'll tell you right away, this will not get to you by Christmas. My daughter needs sweatshirts. Apparently she only has one that fits, so I went out there and I ordered 2. And one of them is clearly, it will not come until January. So that's fine. So I want you share any stories like that. Am I being unrealistic? Are they being unrealistic? I don't know. So that's just something to share. I said no, tried to put it as politely as possible, but I also had one that requested me to knit a turkey that I posted on my page. That is a lot of work. It's not going to happen. I've learned that I don't make things for other people, let's say on a commission, because it's not worth it. The cost of the yarn is one thing, and it's expensive, and people don't want to pay for it. That doesn't include the cost of labor. So how long have I been working on this sweater alone? How many hours? What if you had to pay an hourly wage for this? We're not Amazon. I'm not making using machines. I'm not an industrial factory. This is made stitch by stitch with my own two hands. I tried the Etsy route. I tried making things cheaply. I tried using the Amazon Walmart yarn. It wasn't worth it, and it didn't meet expectations because people were expecting something that is not handmade. Handmade has imperfections. Handmade is not perfectly uniform, and handmade is not industrial. So I don't feel like it is worth the while when I give you the gift of a handmade item. I am putting hours upon hours upon hours of work into it, and I'm doing it out of the goodness of my heart. So that's my story for today. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Enjoy your knitting, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a great day.